Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you can hear me okay. If you can't, please move forward because I'll be showing some things on the screen here. Welcome to Staying Up to Date with the Microsoft Azure Roadmap. My name's Evelyn Ozzie. I am a product manager in the Azure Service Operations team, and I'm focused on putting together our Azure roadmap. So today I really want to talk to you all about how you can keep up to date with all the change that's happening in Azure. So this is in the last few months, the changes that have happened in Azure. You can see the pace of change in Azure is remarkable. Trust me, because I'm the person who puts together the Azure roadmap, of course, I understand how much change goes into our product. The pace of innovation, we've had over 1,000 capabilities launch in the last year. And in fact, for Microsoft Ignite alone, we've launched, I think, about 160 different announcements. And so I think we actually go past 1,000 just for this year, 2019 alone. So you can see we have an incredible amount of changes happening in Azure. But the most important thing to realize is that change is actually a feature, not a bug. I know that sounds crazy because the #1 cause of outages is change. But you really want to think of change as a feature, not a bug, because essentially all the changes that are happening within Azure is really to help you. We want to make sure that Azure is keeping up to date with the latest innovations. If you're staying on premises, that's up to you to keep up with the pace of change of technology. And you're really going to want to keep up with that. And basically, with Azure, we'll do that change for you, and you won't have to worry about it. So with all of this change that's happening in Azure, how does Azure communicate at scale? And we think about communicating at scale in 3 different areas: alert, advise, and inform. Essentially, in alert, we have Azure Service Health. That's how you can keep up to date around health advisories, outages, planned maintenance. And if you've set up service health alerts, then you can be alerted through webhook, SMS, text message, WhatsApp, whatever the case may be, you can be alerted about any of the changes that are happening in your environment. We also have service emails, Azure Monitor. And then as we move over into Advise, we have things like Azure Advisor, which help give you recommendations based on high availability, performance, security, operational excellence, as well as cost. We have cost management and Azure Security Center as well, for ways that we can advise you on your Azure environment and the things that you have going on. And the last piece here is how we inform you. And so we talk about the Azure Updates page on Azure.com, product availability by region on Azure.com. We have blogs, newsletters, and documentation. And when we're talking about the roadmap, we're really talking about these 2 pages here: Azure Updates and products available by region. And I'll go deeper into this in just a little bit. And the last piece I want to touch on here is how we listen at scale. So we listen through service telemetry, support requests, events like Microsoft Ignite. Obviously, at the end of this session, I'll invite all of you to come up and speak to me if you have any feedback, questions. Again, I am the person who owns the roadmap, and so if you have feedback, I welcome it. I relish in it. And so one more thing that I do want to touch on here. So when I say we're talking about the roadmap for Azure Updates and products available by region, the way you want to think about it is that Azure Updates is more like a change log. You want to see it as what are the changes that are happening in Azure. And then how would you think about blogs and documentation? Blogs will give you a little bit more of the story behind all the changes that are being made, right? So you'll notice maybe App Service has 5 different changes that are happening within a day. That'll put it all together in a blog format so that you can understand how to connect the dots between the changes that are happening. And then lastly, documentation, we think of that as how you implement that change. So it's the what, why, and how. And that's what you'd like to think about. Okay, so as I mentioned, here are the different areas or ways that you can stay informed on changes in Azure. The first one that I want to highlight here is azure.com/updates. So Azure Updates is where you go for product changes and roadmap changes as well. So any updates. So this can be new services, new features, any updates to existing features, existing services. This can also include things like billing, meter changes, compliance, services becoming available in new regions. All of that information, think about any change that's happening within Azure. You can go to Azure Updates as our source of truth for what's changing. Azure Updates is also available on the portal. So if you're in Azure Portal, there's a little bell notification. You can click on what's new, and that's actually populated through what's in Azure Updates. It's a feature that's actually coming soon in Azure Portal, where it'll actually be this same interface on the portal, so you don't have to visit azure.com/updates. This is actually a preview of what the page is going to look like. We're launching a new user interface, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But what I'll be demoing for you today is the page that exists today. And what I have squared over here, I know it's hard to read, but it says download the quarterly Azure Updates Retrospective. So one of the things that we really wanted to think about was, how can you make sense of all the change that's been happening over the last quarter, right? So if you see all the changes that are happening on Azure Updates, what we've done is taken it by quarter. So right now we have Q2, so we have April, May, and June available. So it takes all of the updates, categorizes it by product, and then you can kind of make sense of all the changes that have happened. So really it gives you the direction, the strategic direction that we were going for with each product, and then kind of how we met that strategic direction. Oops. There we go. And this is what the Azure Updates Quarterly Retrospective looks like. We even talk about compliance as well as global availability. So when we launch new regions, if we have any services available in new regions, and so on. And the next thing I want to talk about here is products available by region. So this is at azure.com/by-region. This is truly our source of truth around the roadmap of where services are available, what services are available, where, and when. So this is actually directly integrated with our engineering roadmap tools. This is a big differentiator between us and other cloud providers, is that we strive for transparency. And so while there may be some slip-ups here and there, I understand that. We want to be as transparent with you as possible. So on this page, I'll go into it a little bit deeper in just a moment, but we not only show what's available, but we also show what's in preview, as well as what's coming in the future, and we give release timeframes on this page. So this is an important resource. You can also get to it from the Azure Updates page. So there's a link in the resources section that can bring you directly there. So if you take anything away from this session, please note azure.com/updates, and that'll give you everything that you're looking for. Okay. All right, so here's what you've told us. You've said, I need one place to see what's released in Azure. I need to understand what capabilities are coming to Azure. I need to know where these services are available, and I need to see best estimate release dates. Again, you want to go to azure.com/updates. This is where you're going to find all of our change log, again, the retrospective, as well as products available by region. But I really want to make this real for you, so we can use a customer example. I want you to meet Santa Claus. Santa Claus is making a list. He's prioritizing resources using a behavioral model. And his customers are sending handwritten requests that require digitization and indexing. And he actually faces unique compliance constraints for data residency in the EU, US, and Canada. So if he's making a list, we'd suggest to him to use Azure SQL Database. For prioritizing resources using a behavioral model, we'd suggest Azure Machine Learning. And then for indexing and digitization of the handwritten requests, we'd suggest Azure Search, which actually was just rebranded Azure Cognitive Search, just in case you wanted to know. And then for facing unique compliance constraints for data residency, he'd want to use the Azure regions that we have available on products available by region. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of the Azure Updates page. Give me 1 second. Okay, so here we are on the Azure Updates page. Again, you can see that you can categorize by any products that you're looking for, either by product category or the specific products that you're looking for. You can also search by update type. So even things like if you select Microsoft Ignite, it will actually filter all of the announcements that we've announced at this conference. You can search by compliance, pricing and offerings, even retirements as well. So not only do we usually communicate to you any deprecations or retirements that we have going, we also communicate it on Azure Updates. So from here, in the Santa example, if he's interested in SQL database, we can start searching for it, type that in there. He's looking for cognitive search, so I can start typing it in. And the last one was machine learning. So here, the page is automatically updated to show anything related to Azure SQL Database, Azure Cognitive Search, as well as Azure Machine Learning. And this is a way for our customers to be able to see what's happening in those 3 product areas. Not only that, you can click on Now Available, in Preview, or in Development. So you'll be able to see it in different stages of the product, and you'll be able to see what you're looking for based on what's most important to you. On this page, you'll also be able to subscribe to RSS feeds. So you can save whatever filtering that you've done, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all of the changes that are happening on the products that you're most interested in. And as I mentioned earlier, on this page, you'll be able to see in the resources section, you can download the Quarterly Azure Updates Retrospective. We have the Q3 2019 Retrospective being published sometime this month. You can also navigate over to the blog as well. As I mentioned, the blog is a great way for you to kind of put the story together of the changes that we're making. And then down here, you can also notice that this is where you'll be able to see product availability in your region. All right. So moving on. As we've talked about, Santa has some compliance constraints with data residency in the EU, US, and Canada. Azure actually operates at a large scale across 54 regions. We have hundreds and thousands of miles of fiber and subsea cable, and 150 plus edge sites so that customers can bring their networks and connect it to ours. So which region should you choose? It's important to note that data, unlike other cloud providers, data traverses Azure data centers and regions across Microsoft networks and not the public internet. And so really, when we think about latency from one region to another all the way across the world, we're really looking at more of an average of about 120 milliseconds or so. So latency isn't really a huge concern. And so really quickly, I want to show you the products available by region page. Okay, so this is the products available by region page. Again, very similar format to Azure Updates. You'll be able to search by the products that you're interested in, and you'll be able to do multi-product search as well. So again, if we're going back to the Santa example, we can look up cognitive search. Oops, I should spell it right. Machine learning, as well as SQL database. And then the regions that Santa was looking for were within the EU, US, and Canada. So if we click on these, you can actually expand these out if you're looking for specific regions. But if you're just kind of looking at a geography, you can look at EU, the United States, as well as Canada. And you can see that the table automatically updates to what you're looking for. And so on this page, you can see Azure SQL Database, Azure Machine Learning, as well as Azure Cognitive Search are all on this page, and it separates it out by the regions that we're interested in. So Canada, Europe, and the United States. You'll notice this icon here. So up at the top, we have a table key that says Generally Available, In Preview, and Future Availability. So general availability will be a solid box, in preview is an empty box, and then future availability kind of looks like a clock. Anything with a blue circle or highlight around that icon, you can actually highlight over it or hover over it with your cursor. And you can see managed instance in Canada East, GA is expected in Q2 2020. And so again, this is a page where you can keep up to date with what services are coming where, and when. So in terms of Santa Claus, if we wanted to suggest what regions he can deploy in, he can go into North Europe, West Europe, any of these regions, or if it's not as important around managed instance, perhaps West Central US. So you can make multiple suggestions based on what's available when and which services are available in a given region. It doesn't have to be all in the same region as well. All right, so some key points about the products available by region page. So a region is made up of multiple data centers. And the closest region is not always the right region, right? You're looking for the capabilities that are available within a given region, and so you can pick and choose based on what you're looking for. Latency considerations are not as big as you think. Between regions, there's very little latency, and so you don't really have to think about, I need to choose the region that's closest to me all the time. Regions are launched with a broad portfolio of Azure services. So when we launch a new region, we have a portfolio of services that we launch with, and then we continue to add services to that region based on demand, based on need, and all of that. And again, you're not restricted to just one region. So you want to use Azure products available by region on azure.com for that. The next thing I want to touch on here is availability zones. So one of the biggest things that we get from customers are, when are availability zones coming? So I wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek at our availability zones roadmap. So today we have 30 availability zones across 10 regions, with plans for 33 more zones in 11 more regions by the end of 2021. For the products available by region page, we're looking to integrate the hybrid information, so if we're talking about Azure Stack Hub, as well as availability zones. So you'll be able to kind of look at what products are available within what region, and then what areas we have availability zones available. So that's something that we're looking into, and we'll be working on in this next year. But for now, we just wanted to share with you the roadmap of what we have coming in availability zones. Okay, so the last thing I want to say here is, again, change is a feature, not a bug. The most important things that I want you to take away from here is that Azure Updates is our single source of truth for product updates and roadmap changes. And then the Azure products available by region page shows what features are available within a given region, where they're available, and when they're coming. And so here are some of the resources to bookmark. We have azure.com/updates, as well as azure.com/products by region. And that's it. Please evaluate this session. Thank you. Again, if you have any feedback around the roadmap, any things that you think might be missing, please feel free to come up and I'll answer any questions for you.